So it is my second day of storm chasing. Decided to come up here to the mountains, see if I get a little bit closer to the clouds. I've had some thunder and lightning going on. Still no rain, but there's some drops here and there, but it's pretty fun, cruising around looking for this. I'm hoping for something to actually, I just want it to pour. The thing about the monsoon storms out here is they're not like traditional storms that I'm used to. They don't stick around, They like to come in, dump, and get out. They move through so quick. Right now I'm looking above me, and the dark clouds where I had the thunder and lightning and possibility of some good rain are moving past, and I see open sky again. So I don't think I have much luck or chance at a good career at storm chasing. I can tell you that. Looking at a bank of clouds. Like yesterday, I was down in the lower desert there. Every time I try and drive towards some clouds, they seem to get farther and farther away. Now, it's super bright out. The wind is blowing this way, but the clouds are going that way. There's some kind of voodoo going on here. I just trying to get to some clouds that are raining, try and find some, maybe some mud, water, no dust for sure. But I'm telling you, I came from that direction chasing some clouds look just like that are over here. These are probably all the way in New Mexico, for Pete's sake. Those are back over kind of where I live, so now I got to double back past those mountains over there, try and find some. I just try to have some fun where I'm standing. There's not a cloud above me. The sun is beating down on my head. It's like 97 degrees. It's hot. It's pretty hot and humid. But over there, and maybe over there's some rain, and I just can't catch it. And I was chasing after some storms, but it looked like literally they were just on the other side of the mountain, maybe 30, 40, 50 miles away. I get over there and it looked like I didn't close any distance on them. And they were probably all the way over into New Mexico or something. The skies are so big. When you're looking up and you look across, you think it's right there, but man, it could be so far away. It's amazing. But it's fun too at the same time. What was funny is as I went one direction, when I finally got over there and it was completely clear skies, I didn't gain any ground on the clouds, I looked back to where I was and it looked like it was raining back that way. And so when I drove back and it wasn't there, it was way past it. So very deceiving trying to keep up with the distance of all this stuff. But today, oh my gosh, to be out in the forest at about 70, 72 degrees, a slight breeze and overcast, it's amazing. T-shirt, shorts. It's actually very refreshing and cool. It's been 95 plus with decent humidity over the last 2 weeks. And this is so nice. It almost feels like fall. It almost feels like winter's coming, And wintertime in the forest is amazing. It's amazing because out here, even if it's cold, usually we've got bright sunlight. So you've got the benefits of summer visually with the sun coming through, but the temperatures are down. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it snows. It's an amazing and unique kind of combination that we have in northern Arizona. I've been in a lot of places where wintertime, it's cold, it's dreary, it's snowy, it's overcast. But imagine having snow on the ground and what looks like 80-degree sunshine. No clouds in the skies. It happens a lot here. Whenever it snows, that front blows through really fast, and then the next day, the sun melts all the snow. I just saw some lightning. Let's see if we hear some thunder. That was nasty. Okay, so is weird because the lightning looked like it was over here, but the sun's starting to poke through up this way. Wow, that was some thunderous stuff right there. But it took a long time. If you do the old count, after you see lightning, you count to the thunder. It was pretty long. It was a few seconds. There goes some more lightning. Let's hear this. Oh, that was weak. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to call you weak. So I think I kind of was going off on a tangent there as far as the different cars that I had. And I as usual, I kind of lost what my original thought was. But, this is a budget car. As it sits right now, it does pretty good. I can go do a lot of things. But the things that I like to do, you get yourself into trouble. So I do have to put a little bit more money into this thing. Uh-oh. I saw lightning again. I don't think that was normal. My God. That was literally like right over my head. So maybe it's not a good idea to be up here. I'm at just under 7,000 feet right now. And the clouds are not much taller than me, and it is a pretty serious, well, it's a monsoon storm. The monsoon storms are thunder and lightning out here. They're awesome. But I could feel that one in my chest, like boom. That one was really loud. Maybe I shouldn't be up here right now. I remember being, we were on a Can We Survive trip, and we were in Utah. We were in the Canyonlands south of Moab. And we were out on a butte. So a butte is like, think of a peninsula, where you have water on three sides. But a butte is basically it goes out, and the canyon is on three sides. And we were all the way out at the tip, and it took us 2 hours to get out there. It was pretty nasty. And when we were out there, one of these storms hit. Thunder, lightning, hail, flash flood. And if you don't believe me, we got it on camera. We caught it all on camera. So it's on Can We Survive, and I think I have a video on here of it. Yeah, I have a video on this channel of it, and it was pretty wild. The scariest part was that we were at the highest point there was no real trees out there, and we were in the Jeep at the roof rack, basically this big metal object out at the highest point. That was the scariest part. The storm itself was fun. It was fun to brave the elements and the hail and all that, and the road turned into a river because of the flash flood. But the scary part was that we were a big metal object. And it's kind of the same thing here. Here I've got a lot of trees, but that still doesn't mean anything. I'm probably the biggest metal object up in the air right now. So I might be getting out of here after that one. So I'm going to head down the mountain a little bit. It's gotten a little crazy up here when it comes to this thunder. I was just setting up this camera right here, and oh my God, one went off. It was like so close to my eardrum. It was like, wow, it's like shooting a 50 cal off. Like I needed some ear protection. My goodness, it was super loud. Super loud. Well, that one wasn't anything there. So it's drizzled a little bit, nothing major, but a lot of thunder. Now there could be a lot of lightning, but I'm so close to the clouds and kind of in a mountain valley here that I can't really see. I see like a flicker, but then I wait for that thunder to pop up. It's some super bassy stuff. I was recording with the other camera, and I had one of my better microphones on there. It's one that, like if there's birds singing and stuff, it really captures kind of the environment. But it was so loud, I could see that it was pegging out to red, which means it it probably distorted the mic because it was so loud. So hopefully it comes through and it's not all distorted, because there was some bangers up there. It was good. I do like thunder and lightning storms. They're pretty violent out here. When I was a kid, lived in the the plains of the United States, right in the middle. And we used to get some wicked lightning out there. I remember you watch it just electrocute the whole sky. And you could watch the bolts come down and literally hit the ground because everything was so flat. Here, it does the same thing, but because of the mountains, you don't always see it hit the ground. But I think last year we saw some hit not a half a mile from our house. They were hitting the ground. Oh, there's cattle up here. Cattle's like billy goats up on the mountain here. Look at this. Let's see if I can show you guys. Moo. They're climbing up those kind of rocky little shelf edges there, like they're sheep. You ever seen those bighorn sheep climb those mountains like sheer cliffs? It's amazing. It's amazing. I just saw literally the strangest thing I've ever seen. I just saw a big truck. When I say truck, I mean one of those big Kenworth. It wasn't a truck and trailer. It was a truck, a big delivery truck. Huge. Probably, it's going up the hill over there. So back where I was, there's an old copper mine. And there's also some sort of cattle station, because now they've got signs out that that's kind of a feeding area there. He's going back in there to make a delivery, and he's asked me, he's like, hey, can I get back in there? I'm like, dude, it's pretty tight for that, but I think you can make it. And then right here, there is an old Buick 4-door car parked on the side of the road. And there's a guy down in this creek here digging for gold. A 4-door car. A 4-door car. Okay, somebody, maybe I'm, oh my God, he's got it like hip deep down there. Anyway, somebody help me with this. Maybe I'm naive. Or not, because I think I have justification in my feeling. When I see cars like that, it's 4-door Buick, old car. I see Kia, Honda, name your little economy car. I see them out here like camping. Now they only go the area I'm leaving right now is a dispersed camping spot, and they've made the road, pretty decent. There's nothing big about it. It's a little hill here, but other than that, it's easy enough. But I don't get it. Like, I see a fair amount of cars back in areas like this, right? So I guess I would have to ask the question, why? Like, why? If you're into camping at all, why wouldn't you have a truck or an SUV? Now, don't tell me because it's a lot more money, because I'm driving one that's cheaper than any car you can buy new. And these are newer cars, some of them, while the sun's coming out. But I guess my confusion is that, not that, there shouldn't be cars back in here. My confusion is this: if you have any idea in your head that you like camping or hiking or any of that kind of stuff, you should think ahead and have some kind of vehicle that is comparable to getting you to those places. See, because I've always been what I call a truck guy, right? Because it's a mentality. I think being a truck person is a mentality, because I like to go places. If I see a dirt road, I want to go down it. I like to shoot, I like to off-road, I like to camp, I like to do all that stuff. And a truck, or like a 4x4, facilitates that. Now, if it was like a Subaru or something, I get that. It's kind of a something that has all-wheel drive, that and some of like Honda. I'm not talking about crossovers, So you got SUV, then you got those like crossover vehicles. They're like Subarus, Honda Pilots, things like that. They're still capable of getting you places. Find it more with like hikers and things like that, where they just need to get to a trailhead. And that works pretty good. There are some more aggressive ones. It's the cars, like the Toyota Corolla. I just don't understand why, because I think personally that a truck or an SUV like this is way more functional than a car. Now, maybe it comes down to fuel economy. It can't come down to cost, because you can buy used stuff that is very affordable. But maybe they're buying a new car for the reliability, the low fuel. I don't know. Maybe you guys could help me out with that one. But I never understood that because I see it a lot. Now, most of the places that I go, I don't see cars. Actually, I don't see anybody because they're pretty remote. And, you know, even people with, there's a lot of Jeeps around here where I live. A lot. And they're all clean and polished. And they've got, if you see Armor All, or, you know, like a tire shine on a Jeep or an off-road car, you know that it never sees dirt. I see all kinds of Jeeps out here and they're all really clean, and mine's covered in mud and dust from 5.5 states. Hey, to each his own, right? To each his own. But what I'm saying is, it's just weird. It's just weird. But when it comes down to it, if you're the type of person that likes or may want to do any of those activities, even if you like going to a lake and you want to take a kayak or a inflatable raft or something like that, a truck or an SUV is the answer, not a car. And in my, like in the Raptor, which is exactly like my old work truck, you could get 6 full adults in there. And that truck had leather interior, heated and air conditioned seats, navigation, satellite radio. You know, don't tell me that trucks aren't nice. Trucks can be super nice if you pay for them, right? So it used to be like trucks were rough and rugged and cars were nice and fancy. It's not true these days. Like, you can, I think most SUVs are getting a little bit too nice. You know, they're getting a little too comfortable. See, there's a person with a regular Dodge truck who has his bicycle in the back. He's gonna go ride some trails. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I just don't know. So I've made it back to the pavement. The thunder and lightning has stopped, but it's gone down the hill, so it's gone down kind of toward my house. Let me roll this window up. I usually ride with my windows down, especially, it's 75 degrees right now. It will get a little bit warmer as I go down this hill, but 75 is really nice. I always thought that was funny though, the car thing. It was just something weird. I'm not bagging on people with cars, you guys, because I actually, not too long ago, was without a truck for the first time since I could drive. Like, my first vehicle was a Baja Bug. You know, that thing, it broke down every day. It broke down. We had to push start it all the time. It's just, a Suzuki Samurai just went by. Oh, it's so small. But then my first real vehicle was a Ford Ranger. It was a truck, and I had that thing forever. So I've always had trucks, mostly because of my work, but I'd say, you know, because of work and because of the things I love to do. And I just think it's better, especially if you're like a 2-car family, husband and wife, you know, husband, wife, kids, whatever, you know, whatever it is, whatever your combination is, a car, if you have a car, like most people, like families don't even opt for cars anymore. They do the minivan thing because of the space and the amount of people you can put in. But don't discount a truck. Like a 4-door truck, you can fit a lot. And then you got the bed, and there's a lot of things you can do with the bed. Then on the weekends, you can go out and have some fun. Just, I never understood. This conversation is really taking a left turn. It's going to be pear-shaped. But my point is, when I'm out in the forest and I see a car driving down one of these roads, I'm just like, what the deuce, man? What are you doing back in here with your... they don't realize, right? They don't realize it. What's gonna? I can drive back here. No, you're literally gonna rip a wheel off. You're gonna pop 2 or 3 tires. Doesn't matter if you have your little pizza cutter spare. You just shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't do it. Go out and get yourself a used 4-wheel drive. That's what I did right here. Used 4-wheel drive. This one's pretty dang nice. It's a Land Cruiser. That's like way up there when it comes. Like if you tried to, I don't think I ever said it. But, I bought this from the original owner. So in the little thing in the glove box, it had the original sticker for the window. You know how much this thing was new? 15 years ago? In 2005, this car was like, what was it? It was between $65,000 and $70,000. That's ridiculous. The Raptor brand new 5 years later was 50. Something like that. I think its sticker was 50. Probably went for more, but that's ridiculous for this car here. And I got it for $8,000. You can get good 4-wheel drives for good prices. When I was looking for, whatever I ended up getting, I found a ton of stuff under $5,000. I found a local place here that kind of specializes. They go to auctions. They buy a bunch of cars. They put them on their little lot. They were selling Nissan Xterras, Pathfinders, 4Runners. They didn't have any Land Cruisers. They had a Nissan Armada, obviously 15, 20 years old, high mileage, whatever. $3,500 to $5,000. You get yourself a 4-wheel drive just like this one. Now, is it going to be reliable? Who knows? Is it going to be gross inside? Yeah, it's going to be gross. But you can clean that. There's seat covers and shampoo the rugs and, like this one, the only damage to this is the bumpers. Eventually, I'd like to take off the bumpers and put on some off-road bumpers with, recovery points and possibly a winch and maybe some lights and a tire carrier. So the 2 things that are damaged on the car as of now, maybe be taking them off pretty soon. Anyway, I'm getting back into civilization. It's raining a little bit, but I really hope some of that thunder and lightning, or the thunder, came through on the mic and didn't completely distort out, because it sounded good to me. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.